Hello, people of YouTube and the surrounding areas. Christmas Jumper, Doctor Who, Christmas Jumper, although by the time this video is out it might not be Christmas anymore, it's more likely going to be New Year. Although if you do count the New Year as Christmas, then obviously it is still Christmas and it is still appropriate to wear this, but I mean, I don't count it as Christmas because it's a completely different thing and it doesn't really have Christmas in it, although we still usually do have our Christmas decorations up at the time of New Year, but I mean, I don't know, I don't count it as Christmas. Anyway, the time has come yet again to discuss my top 10 favourite films of the year, my favourite films of 2015, and I know that last year I said that it was really difficult. This year was worse. There was so many brilliant films released this year that I found it so difficult to make a top 10 list out of. It was so difficult, and even some of the honourable mentions should deserve a place on the list, but they didn't make it into it, which is so horrible because there's so many on the honourable mentions list that I really wanted to put on the top 10, but I couldn't, because these films, in my opinion, are the best ones out of all of the films that I've seen. Anyway, let's begin. Number 10 is Jurassic World. Now, I haven't watched the old Jurassic Park films in ages, okay? So if you want to judge me on this, if you're going to say, oh, the original Jurassic Park was better, then I can't really judge you on that because I haven't watched them in a long time. Although, that being said, I did play Lego Jurassic World for a little while, and I played like the first Jurassic Park film in that. Lego Jurassic World, by the way, is a brilliant game. I highly recommend it if you love Jurassic Park and Lego. Yeah. Anyway, Jurassic World, I loved it. It was like, we saw it in 3D, and it probably wasn't ideal because, like, I think when we went to see it, we got the tickets that night, and it was incredibly popular. And so we were like in the queue, and normally for like any movie we like sit at the back, but especially for 3D you've got to sit at the back to get like the full effect, but we couldn't get any seats at the back, so we had to sit like the second row back from the front or something like that, and it was ridiculous, but you know, we still watched it and the 3D was still good, and this film was tense. It really was tense. I was on the edge of my seat throughout like most of the film. It was just incredibly well made, you know, amazing special effects. Chris Pratt, you just keep getting better. You really just keep getting better. First Guardians of the Galaxy, now Jurassic World. Number 9, Avengers Age of Ultron. Wow, I think this is an unpopular opinion. I can't really remember because I haven't looked at the reviews on IMDb for ages, but I think a lot of people hated it. But I loved it. It was brilliant. And that scene in like the mid-credits scene just... I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen Age of Ultron. But, boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it was really good. Like the action and everything, and like the banter between the superheroes is brilliant. I just love the Avengers. They're awesome. I love them. Love them very, very much. Ultron was brilliant. The guy that plays him, I can't remember his name right now, but the guy that plays Ultron gave an awesome performance. It was just brilliant. It was just a brilliant, brilliant film. At number what? I can't talk. Number 8, we have Inside Out. It's definitely the best Pixar film I've ever seen. It is brilliant. Like, I've never cried at a Pixar film before. I have no shame in saying that I cried at this film. It's just it's so sad. It's so sad. Like, most of the stuff that happens in it is just really sad, and like, oh my god, but it was so good. It was really well made, and I love the characters. The characters are awesome. You know, anger, fear, joy, you know, all of them, they're just all brilliant. And the freaking, the elephant guy, the pink elephant. I can never remember his name. Some of you might remember it, but I can't. I can never remember it. It's like Boing Boing or something. I can't remember. Bing Bong. Bing Bong, is that it? I think it might be Bing Bong, but I don't know. But yeah, Bing Bong was awesome. I'm just going to call him Bing Bong. Yeah, Bing Bong was awesome. The film was awesome. It was really good. Make sure, if you haven't seen it, if you're going to watch it, make sure you have some tissues with you, because it is sad, but it's really well made. Number 7. Oh, okay, this is where the hate is going to start coming in. This is probably a really unpopular opinion. A lot of people have said that it's the best film of the year. I don't think that. I honestly don't think that, but it's still a very good film. Number 7, Mad Max Fury Road. Oh god, I can already sense the hate. Okay, don't get me wrong, it was a brilliant film. It was an amazing film, like the action sequences, you know, the fact that all of the explosions and everything were done in real life and none of that was like special effects or anything. It was a brilliant film, but this is what I have with it. This is the problem I have with it. As a story, as a storyline, I don't think it was that good and not that clear, really, because, like, most of the time when I was watching it at the cinema, it might have been because I had a cold or something. I don't know. I had a cold at the time that I watched it at the cinema. But, like, I couldn't really understand what the characters were saying at some points because all of the other sounds were a lot louder. I couldn't really understand it. But, like, I didn't really know. Maybe it's because I haven't watched any of the other Mad Max films. Might have been, I don't know, but like I couldn't really like understand the story. But the special effects, I will admit, are some of the best special effects I've seen this year. The special effects in this film are brilliant. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. But as a story, it's pretty bad. That's all I'm saying. People are entitled to their own opinions. Okay, you bugger. Number 6. Is Kingsman: The Secret Service. This film is the winner of one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen. If you've seen Kingsman: The Secret Service, the one I'm talking about is the fight scene in the church. Oh boy, that is freaking really well made, really well made. You know, there's some really funny lines in there, a lot of comedy, a lot of action. It's made by the same people that made Kick-Ass, I believe. So, you know, there's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood, a lot of violence. Samuel L. Jackson is brilliant with a lisp. He's a brilliant villain. He's got a lisp. He's got a fear of blood, which I kind of find really hilarious. Number 5 is The Martian. Now, I'm going to admit, when I first watched the trailer for this, I thought, you know, it looked cool and everything, but I just thought I'd get bored with it. I was so wrong. Stunning visual effects. The story of it about a guy that's like makes his food on Mars, and you know, just I'm trying to make this a spoiler-free video because you know I don't want to spoil any movies because I don't like doing that. But you know, I just want to talk about one of the moments that was incredibly devastating. If you've seen the movie, you probably know what I mean. But like, it was so sad. I felt his sadness. I felt his devastation. But you know, it was really good film. Number 4. This is going to be a film that not many people have heard of. It sounds weird and the plot is weird. I'll tell you what the plot is in a sec. But number 4 is The Lobster. It's a dark comedy. And I'm going to tell you the plot of it now. Basically, it's about... it's set in the future and single people are put into this hotel and they're given 45 days to find a suitable partner, and if they don't find a suitable partner within 45 days, then they get turned into an animal of their choice. Yeah, it's really weird, but trust me, the film is really well done. Those of you that know me, you know, like my friends, my family, you'll know that I'm a huge lover of dark comedy. I absolutely love dark comedy, especially if it's done well. And in this movie, it's done really well. And I adore this film. But it's really good. And the ending shocked me. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to ruin it. But if you've seen The Lobster, somehow, then you'll know what I'm talking about. The ending. You know, the bit with the The toilet in the restaurant, yeah, that bit. Yeah, that bit, that was horrible. That was horrible. But, you know, I'll admit I looked away at that bit. But, you know, it was really good. It's a really good film. And it ends on such a big moment. And I love it when films do that. It leaves you in suspense. And it's just like, oh, damn! Number 3, we have Spectre. In my opinion, it's possibly the best James Bond film with Daniel Craig in ever, that I've ever seen. It's really good. Christoph Waltz. I mean, Christoph Waltz. You can't go wrong with Christoph Waltz. He's brilliant. You know, in Django Unchained, in Inglourious Blurb, blurb, blurb. You know, he's really good. He's a really good actor, and I love him. You know, he's awesome. I don't like Daniel Craig. I don't like Daniel Craig as a person, but as James Bond, I like him. Christoph Waltz was a really menacing villain. And it was just an awesome film. It was a brilliant film. Better than Skyfall. Yeah, better than Skyfall. And that's saying something because Skyfall is an amazing film. At number 2, we have Legend. This film has a special place in my heart because it is the first 18-rated movie that I've seen at the cinema. It is incredible. It's such a good film. I didn't know much about the Cray twins before I watched it. Tom Hardy. Well done to you, good sir. It's been a really good year for Tom Hardy, hasn't it? You know, he's in Mad Max. He's in The Revenant, which I think is out in America now, but I think it's out next year in England, which I really want to see. That looks brilliant. But, you know, it's been a really good year for Tom Hardy. And he's given one of the best performances that I've seen all year round as the Cray twins, Reggie and Ron. It's incredibly well made. The acting is awesome. The fight scenes are really well done. They're really brutal. Oh dear, what the hell happened there? Really brutal fight scenes, really well made. And it's really funny as well. There's some funny aspects, like the twin with the glasses. I think he's called Reg. I might be wrong. Or is it Ron? No, I think it's Ron. Yeah, I think it's Ron. The one with the twin with the glasses. He has a lot of funny lines, and he's brilliant. Here we go, number 1. I suppose you already know what it is. Well, I don't even need to say it. You're already saying, like, you're sat watching this video, and you already know what my number 1 is. In case you don't know what my number 1 is, it's pretty obvious. It's like the most anticipated film of the year. Number 1, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Yeah. It's either really popular on people's lists, it's really like up the top of their list, or people are going to hate it. But I'm one of the people that absolutely loved it. It's so good. It's like, it lived up to the hype in my opinion. Like, all of the hype that I felt for it, it lived up to it. It was so good. I love the new characters. I love BB-8. BB-8, hang on. BB-8's so cute. Look at him. Look at him, he's so cute, look at him. Boop, 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 boop. I love Finn, Rey, Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is such a good villain. First honourable mention I've got, The Theory of Everything. It's a really sad film, brilliant performances from everyone. Eddie Redmayne, he deserved that Oscar. He was awesome in it. Like, that he captured the physicality of like Stephen Hawking when, like, you know, like he is now basically Stephen Hawking. He did that brilliantly, and I have no idea how he did that. It was so good. It's such a good film. Very nearly made it onto the list, but unfortunately it didn't. Next one is Selma, about Martin Luther King. Very good film. Really good acting, good performances. Next we have The Second Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. This was good. It's really funny, a lot like the first one. I wouldn't say it's as good as the first one though. It's still really good. It's really funny. The characters are just really lovable. but it wasn't as good as the first one in my opinion. Next we have Home. That was good. It was okay. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Great fun for all the family. But yeah, it was good, but you know, it could have been better. Next is SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water. This is hilarious. I honestly thought it was going to be terrible from the trailer. I was just like, oh god, SpongeBob live action, they become superheroes. Oh god, that's going to be terrible. But I watched it anyway, and it was really good. I had a lot of laughs with it. It was very funny. Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes, that nearly, very, very nearly made it onto the list. That was such a good film. Ian McKellen did a brilliant job portraying Sherlock Holmes. It was really good. I loved it. Next we have Fantastic Four! No. Next one is Chappie. This is an unpopular opinion. A very, very unpopular opinion. But yeah, Chappie. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I loved it. Ted 2. Ted 2 was hilarious. I'd say it was equally as good as the first one, but it was hilarious. I was crying with laughter. You know, Seth MacFarlane never fails to make me laugh and like cry with laughter. It was a really funny film. Ex Machina. Ex Machina is incredible. It's very good. Again, it nearly made it onto the list, but there were just some that I just had to put on the top 10. But it's a very good film. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting film about, you know, like artificial intelligence and whatnot, which has been done so many times. But you know, it's really good. Ant-Man is the next one. Ant-Man, that was really good. I liked Ant-Man, and especially the after credits scene, which was holy crap. Then we have Absolutely Anything. This was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Some of my favourite people in the movie. You know, you got Monty Python, cast of Monty Python doing the voices of the aliens. You got Simon Pegg. You got Robin Williams, R.I.P. Brilliant man. Brilliant man. He's awesome. I love Robin Williams. He plays Simon Pegg's dog. There's just loads of Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard, that's another one. Eddie Izzard. It's a brilliant cast. It's a hilarious film. Oh, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I'm gonna say it. Screw it. It's my own opinion, alright? My own opinion. I'm entitled to my own opinions. This next honourable mention is Pixels. Oh god. Again, the hate. I can just feel the hate flooding in. But I loved it! What's wrong with it? I mean, I know Adam Sandler's crap, but he's always crap, you know? And like, the special effects are awesome. I'm a huge video game lover. It was amazing, you know, all the games in it. It had a cameo from The Last of Us, which I was just like, yes, well done. But yeah, the only bad thing about it was the fact that Adam Sandler was in it. If Adam Sandler wasn't in it, then I expect it would be a lot better. But I loved it. I loved the special effects and everything. It's a very good film. I don't see what's wrong with it apart from Adam Sandler, but you know, it's an unpopular opinion. Oh crap. The Bad Education movie, British comedy. It was good. It was funny. I've never seen Bad Education before though, so I don't really know. Jack Whitehall, I love Jack Whitehall, he's brilliant. Honourable mention, right, I've got to talk about this because I was so annoyed at this. If it wasn't because of this one thing, it probably would have made it onto my top 10. But this next honourable mention is Paper Towns. I love the book, but I only liked the film. It's a good film, good acting in it, a really good story, but the only reason why it's in my honourable mentions and it's not in the list is because they changed the ending. They ruined it with the ending. If you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm on about. Some of you might like it. Some of you might love the ending, but I personally prefer the ending in the book. And the ending in the film is crap, in my opinion. It's just terrible. Like, I was sat there, I was watching it, and I was like, why have they done this? Why, John Green? Why did you do that? Next honourable mention, The Lady in the Van. This is an awesome film. It's really good, really funny, really emotional as well. It's actually got quite a few emotions in it. Like, the story of the lady is just heartbreaking. And the last honourable mention this is the last one that, like, very, very nearly made it onto the top 10 list, is Black Mass. I love Black Mass. I mean, it's got Johnny Depp and Benedict Cumberbatch in the same film. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. But, you know, it's a very good film. Really enjoyable. It's a good story. And, yeah, I like it. And it's really violent as well. It's really violent. But, yeah, it's a good film. That is my top 10 list and the honourable mentions of my favourite movies of the year. If you've got your own opinion, if you want to list your top 10 films, then listen down below in the description if you have your own opinion. Not description, the comments. What am I on about? There. You can't edit the description. Unless I'm talking to my future self. You can edit the description. Did you know that, future Tom? Yeah, you can do that. Also, I have a Tumblr page. I have a Tumblr page in which I write short film reviews. They're pretty bad, but, you know, I've got, you know, reviews of Star Wars, got it of Legend. If you want to watch my reviews of those films that I've just mentioned, or most of them anyway, then follow me on Tumblr. The link is in the description. It's always there, so, you know, if you ever want to follow me on Tumblr, if you forget to do it, then don't worry, because it will always be in my description box. Merry Christmas. It's the 22nd of December when I'm filming this, so it's probably not going to be Christmas by the time I set it out. But, you know, I hope you had a good Christmas. Happy New Year. Hope it's a good one. Hope it's a good 2016 for you. There's going to be a lot of good films being released and everything. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, tell me what your most anticipated film of 2016 is in the description. I know what mine is. Mine is Deadpool. I cannot wait for that film. It looks so good. It looks so funny. Deadpool's my favourite superhero. Just saying. He's awesome. He's watching you. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. And I will see you in a future video. Goodbye, people!